Hi, it's Nicole Moore, love coach and founder of LoveWorks Method here, and in today's video you're going to learn what to text him after a date to get him hooked. And stay tuned until the end because I'm going to be sharing with you a way to get even more of these man-addicting phrases for free. Now make sure you hit subscribe to the button below because every Friday I put out a video with new amazing relationship tips and I want to make sure you don't miss out. Now, I have coached hundreds of women to go from totally single to being with a man that's even better than they dreamed of. And nearly every single woman asks me, Nicole, how do I communicate with a man to get him interested and to get him pursuing me? In the video, I'm going to share with you 3 phrases to text after a first date that will have him hooked. So here's the first phrase. It's simple. I had an amazing time with you tonight. And you can add in a smiley face or a wink. So this sounds simple, I know, but let me tell you why it works. You would be very surprised to know that after a first date, even if you think you've shown signs of interest, a lot of men are questioning whether they should ask you out again or not. And some of them are downright terrified of rejection. I'll give you an example. Me and my husband Mike, we had an amazing first date, which I'll tell you more about in a moment. And even with that, he was nervous to ask me out again. So nervous that in fact he called me the day after our first date and he tried to schedule a phone date with me for the next date. Not a real date, a phone date. He was worried about whether I wanted to see him again in person. Now, of course, when he called me, I said, let's just meet in person. But this event really made me realize that men need a lot of signals and validation and positive attention to feel safe enough to ask you out again. So, when you say, I had an amazing time with you tonight, there's no questioning in his mind. If you say, I had a nice time with you, or even I had a great time with you, they might just assume that you're being polite. But amazing? People don't use that word usually unless they mean it. So if you know this, if you use this, he'll know for sure that you like him and he'll be 10 times more likely to ask you out again. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you the kind of girl that likes to text a guy after a date, or are you more the leaned back kind of woman? Comment below and let me know if you're a text him first kind of gal, or if you like to lean back, never text men and let them pursue. Now, if you are the kind of girl who likes to text men, here's the number 2 way to get him addicted. You want to pull out something memorable from the date and frame it in a way that he feels good, and more specifically, he feels like he's won. I'll give you an example. On my first date with my husband, Mike, we were sitting in a booth and we were shoulder to shoulder. I told you I was flirting on the date. We're shoulder to shoulder, and all of a sudden he turns to me and he kisses me in the middle of the date. And I really liked that because I liked that he was bold and he took action. And he just kissed me. He didn't wait until we got out of the restaurant or at my door when he dropped me off. He kissed me there. So if I were trying to get him hooked and text him afterwards, I would say something like that booth kiss, ... or hashtag booth kiss for the win. Or I could have just said, I really love that you kissed me at the booth. The reason that this works is because you're showing him you paid attention and you're calling out something that he did and affirming it for him and making him feel like a winner. And all men want to win. And the healthy ones, they want to choose a woman who they know they can win with. In other words, they want to know that they can make you happy. So apply this to your situation. If you're on the date and he made a funny joke, call that out in your text. If he ordered dinner for you and you really like that he took charge and did that, call it out. Basically, find something memorable or something you can applaud that he did and call it out in the text. He will immediately feel like a winner, and then he'll feel addicted because he'll get that feeling that he's winning and he'll want to ask you out again. And now here's tip number 3. After the date, you can text him, I think you might be trouble, ... Now, this is a little bit more risque, but the word trouble kind of has this sexy intrigue to it. And most people, the honest truth is, like a little bit of drama and excitement in their love lives to keep things interesting. So when you say, I think you might be trouble, ... you're letting him know that you're into him as well, but you're also showing him that you're fun. And men love a fun, playful woman. And he's probably going to smile when he reads that text. He might even laugh out loud. And again, that just creates more positive feelings. So here's something important you want to know. Men choose a woman based on how they feel when they're with her, and more specifically, how they feel about themselves when they're with her. So if he feels good when he's on the first date with you, and then with your text afterward, he's more likely to go ahead and get addicted to you, keep on wanting to see you. So you just learned the 3 texts to send a guy after a date to get him hooked. But here's the thing, getting him hooked after a first date is one thing, but how do you keep him interested and intrigued long-term after you start dating? What do you say to him to get him to go from dating you to wanting to commit to you, probably for life? Well, there are 5 key phrases that if you say them to any man, they will drive him wild and make him feel addicted to you. And I have a free guide with all of those 5 phrases linked below. So you can go ahead and click the link below right now to grab my 5 phrases that will drive him wild guide. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and let me know by liking the video, leaving me a comment, and subscribing to my channel. And I'd love to know, are there any communicating with men questions that you have for me? Do you want to know how to get him to open up after a fight, or admit his feelings to you, or how to ask for something that you want? Go ahead and leave me a comment below with your top communication question, and you just might see a future video about it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and remember to never stop settling for anything less than epic love. See you next Friday.